Assalamu alaikum, my name is Taha Shah Badussha on Social Kandura.
Hey guys, hello and welcome to Social Kandura, and we are very, very excited to have the one and only Tajdar from Heeramandi. Also, I mean, his actual name is Taha Shah.
I'm Tajdar now, man. You can call me Tajdar.
Now everybody calls him Tajdar.
My dad calls me Tajdar.
That's
He's renamed me.
So we've got him coming in. I mean, firstly, I don't know how to thank you for coming all the way to our office and spending so much time with us over here. It truly means a lot.
It's an honor, man. This is home. So like you guys are doing such great stuff. It was and Social Kandura. I literally thought it was going to be some Arab people sitting here. I'm glad that
We're all Arabs by heart.
Yeah, right. Yalla Habibi.
Yalla Habibi. That's what we're still learning. But it's great pleasure having after watching Heeramandi on back to back when we've been saying it, and finally seeing the nation's heartthrob sitting right next to you, so close to you, is an experience in itself. And having interviewed a few people from the industry, from Bollywood and OTT as well, one thing which people really talk well about you, and something which I can now understand, is no matter how successful you're going to get, or no matter how this thing you're going to get, the human element is so good. Like by far, I'm not saying this just because the cameras are on, but he's so humble, he's so fun, and he's so down to earth. I don't feel like he's in 10 minutes, he's made me feel like I'm his best friend. And that's very, very rare of a celebrity to, do something of that sort as well.
Yeah, I don't consider myself anything like that, man. I consider myself, मैं तो हम लोग बाहर वाले हैं, हम लोग मजदूर आदमी हैं. I swear to God, this is when it takes you 15 years to achieve anything, you understand and you value interactions. You value the every, like right now, your wife was kind enough to say that she watched it like 10 times. True. Right? I don't know if she actually did, but I'm sure she did because she didn't put a camera for you, right? So it's very humbling, and again, UAE is home, man. And for me, I've always wanted to achieve something. But then when it takes you so long, it really makes you wonder that what was missing, and I guess what was missing was a lot of things inside me, right? And I think that over the time, you just you start really considering every person. I'm not talking about just in general. I mean, right now there might be a lot of people who appreciate my work, which is great. And those are numbers on social media. Yeah. But when we have interactions like these, this is tangible. Right?
True.
These are things that I see, I experience.
Yeah.
Right. All my senses are here right now. So I love this. I really value this. Right. So I hope I can continue to be just the way I really am.
That's a very interesting story as well. And obviously you've come to a huge limelight now with doing everything else. How did you actually get started? Like, what was your day one of waking up and being like, okay, I'm going to do acting and I'm going to do this full time? And what did that journey begin for you? Like, how did it even come through?
यार मैं यहाँ पे एक यूनिवर्सिटी में था, अमेरिकन यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ शारजा, और मैं I did only 4 months of university, and I was quite a naughty kid, right? I used to mess around quite a lot, used to keep long hair. My mom never used to like it. But जब भी मैं घर जाता था, मैं अपनी अम्मी को देखता था, and वो हमेशा काम करती रहती थी. रात के 12 बजे हो, सुबह के 6 बजे हो, she's sleeping after me, waking up before me, working. And I just felt like I'm really a bad son, So I dropped out of university and I said, you know what, let me kind of contribute. So I started working with her for 3 years. This was when I was 17, so until I was about 20. And then the financial crisis happened in 2008 and 9.
Yes.
Right, and I was doing a business in import-export of steel and cement at that point of time, right? And there was like 200,000 tons of steel coming from Turkey. And
200,000
tons of steel. Yeah, and it was on its way on the ship, and the prices plunged, bro. Prices plunged, and the people who ordered that steel tore my LC up. So like,
we don't need it anymore. Yeah, these prices.
They're like, yeah, go, like that's it. Keep it. So the amount of loss that I was kind of incurring was giving me a heart attack. I swear to God, man, at that young age I would get a heart attack. Yeah. And my mom kept, jumped in, and then we sold whatever we could at whatever price. But that made me realize one thing, that dealing in this business, in money, in real estate, it's just not my thing, man. You know, I can't deal in money. I don't like it. I don't like money.
Okay.
Right? I mean, money is very important. Yes,
True.
money is very important, but I can't deal with it. So I told my mom that I really want to just kind of invest in myself, right? In myself, कि दुनिया में कोई भी financial crisis हो, they cannot take the talent and skills from within me. You can take all my money, you can take the
100%.
cars, you can take everything, but you
100%.
can't take the skills. And I will make myself again, right?
True.
If I have to. But I need to make myself better, right? And that's when it came to me that I've always liked to entertain people. I never had the opportunity कि मैं stage पे जाऊँ, मैं acting करूँ, ये करूँ. I never had that over here, unfortunately, at that point of time. But there was a school which opened in 2008, the New York Film Academy in Abu Dhabi.
Right.
Right. और मैं हमेशा जाके research करता था 2006 से. That, you know, oh, nice school. I wanted to become either an animator or an actor, animated.
Animated actor, yeah. Okay.
So I decided to tell my mom that. And then also आपको पता है यहाँ पे तो कोई मतलब there's no avenue to go into any industry.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So I thought that I was just being stupid. तो मैंने वो plan गिरा दिया. So मैं घर पे बैठा था computer पे. Then randomly 3-4 weeks later, my mom comes up to me. This was 2009 Jan or Feb, right? Jan I think. And she was like, what happened to this idea of yours? I said, I was just being stupid. And she said no, and she grabbed me by my ear, man. She took me down to the car. She drove from शारजा में रहते थे. शारजा से वो अबू धाबी लेकर गई मुझे. अबू धाबी.
Because she उस स्कूल के बारे में उनको पता था उसके बारे में.
She registered me, dropped me in the dorm where all the boys were staying. I was in my pajamas, and she left.
So a lot of hard love. मतलब करना है तो बस करो.
Yeah, and with all the losses that I incurred, everything I thought I was going to contribute, but with that, nothing. She never said no to me, man. She just went and registered me, and she said, day after tomorrow you're starting the school, that's it. And she went and got my clothes, and I started, and that's how I started acting, bro.
And that's a very powerful story that comes in, and I think that's now I get where the humility and where, you know, being real to roots and being in touch with reality is now more evident, and I think that's where it really makes who you are as well. How did then Bombay happen? You know, when did you move to? When did you decide that, you know, okay, you know, Sharjah, Abu Dhabi, and then, you know, you've done everything here, and then obviously the heart of Bollywood is in Bombay.
Yeah.
How did that happen, and how was it moving from a place like the UAE to, you know,
a completely new terrain?
Completely new terrain where, let's face it, people are going to be like, अरे ये तो दुबई से आया बंदा है, you know, अरे ये तो यार इसने न्यूयॉर्क फिल्म अकेडमी से किया, अरे why? There would have been some restrictions versus other newcomers. You know, you would think you would have the edge, but in fact that would actually be the reason why people might be backfiring you.
Yeah, 100%.
How was that when you landed in Bombay day one? How did that experience go through?
So my mother, she basically, the New York Film Academy, to graduate I needed to again put in more money to go to Los Angeles because they only give you 6 months ka course over here.
Acha, okay.
Right? But then we couldn't spend that much amount of money, you know. So at that point of time, she was like, you know what, just go and check out Bombay. You might like it. If you don't like it, then I'll see what I can do for you.
Right.
तो मैंने कहा ठीक है. तो मैं वहाँ पे कुछ एक हफ्ते के लिए मैं प्लान करा था जाने के लिए. मैं कभी वापस नहीं आया, bro.
You love the place.
The place kind of like devoured me. You know, I went there. I joined an acting institute called Kishore Namit Kapoor.
Okay.
And then I realized, and I've always been a Bollywood fan. It's not that I've always been one. So when I went there, I realized कि मैं कितना पीछे हूँ, bro.
Really?
Yeah, bro. पहले तो मुझे, I never knew how to read Hindi. I couldn't write Hindi. I couldn't speak in a
neutral dialect.
Yeah, in a neutral dialect, right? यहाँ पे जो भी accent था उस पे आ रहा था. So all that was an issue. And when I went to class, I just saw like 50-60 people over there, and they were like reading like it was nobody's business. And I was like, dude, I need to catch up. So that's how it was, man. And then, of course, these things, I faced these things. Once I graduated from there, about 5 months, I started going to auditions. Stupid me, I used to go to audition in suits. Right, because I thought I'm professional. Yeah, I did professional in Dubai. Yeah, people laughed at me, bro. Right.
What was the first audition you went to? Which year and which one was it?
This must have been 2010, I think around March 2010 March. Because मुझे पता नहीं था auditions होते कहाँ पे थे. तो मैं लोखंडवाला में रहता था, and I said, okay, now how to do the hustle. So मैं और हर बिल्डिंग में ना आप जैसे आप जानते हो कि वहाँ पे रजिस्टर होता है.
करेक्ट. कौन कौन एंट्री कर रहा है.
एग्जैक्टली. तो मैं लोखंडवाला के हर बिल्डिंग में चला गया पहले. आई वॉज वॉकिंग टू ऑल द बिल्डिंग्स टू फाइंड आउट कौन सी बिल्डिंग में अगर ऑडिशन होता है कि नहीं. वहाँ से फिर मैं ओशीवारा गया. ओशीवारा में जाके 2 हफ्ते बाद फिर मुझे एक बिल्डिंग मिली श्रीजी. और वहाँ पे देयर वर 8 ऑडिशंस हैपनिंग. मैं बोला भाई जैकपॉट.
इधर ही हम लोग जो भी करना है
हर दिन मैं यहाँ पे पहुँच गया था. So for a month I just kept going and doing whatever audition. और वहाँ पे at that point of time there were coordinators. There wasn't any casting directors.
Right? You'd have coordinators and assistant coordinators.
Yes.
जो कि like अच्छा ये CV पास कर दो या portfolio पास कर दो.
So we would be standing outside the room, like 50 people. Right? He would open the door like this. He's like, हाँ तू आजा, हाँ तू आजा, तू actor बनेगा, चल. Like things like that, bro. And how many times I faced that as well. You know, and at that point of time I had like pimples on my face and things like that because of going in the auto and not used to that stuff, and I didn't know how to take care of myself.
So a lot of us, you know, when we saw you on Netflix, people who didn't have the understanding of, you know, what it takes to be an actor and what it takes to, it was just like, अरे ये तो न्यूकमर है, इसको संजय लीला बंसाली की फिल्म बन गई, इसकी लाइफ बन गई है. So that has not been the case. You have been really putting in efforts for the past 15-20 years. It's not overnight success.
I mean, overnight success takes you about 15 years, man. Especially जब आप बाहर से हो, क्योंकि आपके लिए जैसे मैंने कहा कोई दरवाज़ा खुला नहीं है, right? वहाँ पे आपकी process शुरू होती है. And to be very honest, every day I found out I have more weaknesses. I have this as a weakness. I have this as a weakness. I don't know this. I don't know. I didn't know the terminology of the industry. I didn't have the network of anybody in the industry. मैं वहाँ पे अपने बैग के साथ चला गया बॉम्बे. I didn't know one person over there, right? So you start understanding your weakness, and it's very important to start working on your weaknesses, and that's what I started doing. मुझे action नहीं आता था, तो मैंने वो classes किए, right? Then I didn't know dance. I started that. I was stiff, man. I was stiff. Couldn't move, bro.
And then you had to like understand everything.
Understand so much, and you know, in every department I had to understand things. Then finally, I think after 5 or 6 months, I think I had sent my reel online to so many people that Shanu Sharma called me, right? And she's like, the first audition that I got with her was, she's like, Karan Johar wants to test this girl, all right? But you can come and test with her, and he might see you. So I'm like, okay, I'll take that opportunity. Why not? You know, और कुछ शूट चप्पल का शूट था मेरा, वो ख़त्म करके MTV के लिए फिर मैं वहाँ पे चला गया था. मैं उनकी बिल्डिंग के नीचे था. And then she's like, I'm so sorry Taha, but Karan does not want to see you. Damn. I said, she's like, where are you? I said, I'm actually far away.
Oh,
far away.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry, it's fine. But then after that, I went back, got the auto, and I was really heartbroken that, you know, when they say that he doesn't want to see you at all. I said, okay, no problem. So मैं निकल गया वहाँ से. But then, एक महीने बाद, I think this was around July or something, she called me, and she called me over to her place. And there were like 10 actors over there, right? Who were like real big models also, and Arjun was just starting, Sakib was just starting. ऐसे कुछ 10 लड़के थे. Okay? So, and I'm like, okay, this is interesting. And I didn't know who they were. And at that point of time, I didn't even have people skills. Right? So just like, yeah, so I'm just like, you go there and you're just like, okay, you go and take a corner, and then you're like, everybody at that point of time looks like, okay, he's my competition.
Yeah,
you know,
it's not a friendly room to be in, because people are just...
Now I go in, bro, like, I'll make the whole, everybody, like, I'll make everybody my friend, right? But then that's because of years of experience, right? But at that point of time, everybody's just like, gusse mein dekh rahe hain sab dusre ko, you know. So then she gave us the brief for this film, Love Ka Di, and she's like, Yashraj wants a 3-film contract and all this, and this is the film. She gave us the brief. 9 days later, I did that audition, and everybody gave that audition, actually, everybody. And then, kuch 6 din baad, I think I got a call, and she's like, from Yashraj, and they're like, yeah, we selected you. And
that was the first.
That was my first break. That was my first break. But before that, I'll tell you a fun story. So there was one audition that I stood for, 13 hours in line.
13 hours?
Hours. It was...
just standing in the line?
Yeah, because there were like some 500-600 people, man.
For one role?
For that one role.
600 people.
Yeah, and it was like it's an international. It was like an international film supposedly, and it was being shot in London. और मेरे लिए तो बड़ा था तो मैं
Anyway, किसी के लिए भी
I don't know which production house. I didn't know anything. सिर्फ लंदन लिखा था, बोला भाई बड़ा होगा.
इधर ही जाना है.
हाँ, तो चलो करते हैं. So I stood in line, and if you leave the line, you got to go back. So I never left the line. I stood there at about 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the morning. I got into the room at 12 in the night.
And you still have to pretend to be fresh and energetic and everything.
Yeah.
So it's not easy out there. Huh?
It's at that point of time you realize that, dude, wow. You've heard those those lines and things, but this was just.
It's fact, yeah.
This was crazy, bro. Right.
But how did Sanjay Leela Bhansali sir's thing, did it like land on your desk, or was it like, because I know it's a huge star cast, right?
Yeah.
How did that opportunity come across where, because, we've seen stuff where people are like, it's like, arey, this might be a scam, someone might be playing around with me, ye kar raha hoga. How did that opportunity come from? Was that your moment where you're like...
No, I think over the years I've done my legwork, and my hustle. So I knew who was genuine. I mean, I've been through the phase where people took money from me and they've said ki, bro, kal aaja, bada audition. Or you just have to pay 5,000-6,000 rupees at that point in time, and I paid the money. Next day I go, the office doesn't exist, bro.
It's like...
It's gone. Evaporated. Yeah. Right?
What is the name of that movie?
Luck by Chance?
Not Luck by Chance. The same thing happens in a movie, right? Where they go in and Bipasha Basu is there. Sakshi, help me here. Hera Fairy. It's the same thing as Lakshmi Chit Fund. Lakshmi Chit Fund. Yeah.
Lakshmi Cheat Fund, bro.
Yeah. So they go and the office is just like gone. So that also happens quite a lot, huh?
Yeah, man. That used to happen. I don't know about now, but it happened to me about 3-4 times. Abhi 3-4 baar paise de diye. Ye thinking that this is going to give me an opportunity. And coming back to Mr. Bhansali, of course, by that time I was quite well-rounded. And I knew who was casting, what was casting, everything was happening. But me and my friend Tushar, we've been working for a very, very long time. And 15 महीने हम लोग उनको कॉल करके ना तंग कर दिया हमने उनको, क्योंकि 6 साल तक उन्होंने हमें एक ऑडिशन नहीं दिया.
So you guys, 15 months, were just like
chasing her, bro, chasing her assistants. उनके ऑफिस तक पहुंच गया मैं 10 बार. Knocked and came, said, "Ma'am, please." वो थी नहीं. उनके असिस्टेंट से पूछा, प्लीज मिन्नतें मांगे ब्रो. तब जाके वो एक ऑडिशन आया कि we want you, I mean, this is an audition for a 3-day role. I said,
only for 3 days, huh?
Yeah, 3 days मतलब भांसाली के सेट पे no bro, maybe 20 seconds screen time.
क्या बात कर रहे हो? 5 days worth of shoot is like...
Yeah bro, you don't get anything on Bhansali set. Like 3 days मतलब एक दिन तो आपको वैसे भी चले गया. Second day, yeah, and 2 days maybe you might shoot, and that too is like maybe half a scene, because it might be a big bunch of people as well.
Yeah.
Right. So I was being a junior artist, bro. After doing all the work, they were giving me a role of a junior artist. Because
but you still took it. You were like...
I took it.
Dekhte hain. Yeah.
I took it, and I signed on that contract. I said, "ठीक है, I just need one scene for him to see me that I'm a decent actor."
I'll stop you here, but here's your thing which you told me off camera, which you told me was, take all my money away, take everything away. You work with just talent. And I think that's testament to this, कि you wanted to go as, I mean, you were offered कि एक side role like देंगे, but with your talent, you've made that into a main role. Unknowingly, knowingly, अब वो मुझे नहीं पता, but you've made it into
I don't know
the main role.
Whether I made it or God made it, I don't know, but like I just know that I was willing to do that, and God then somehow my thing went to him, and 3 weeks later he gives me a call, his office. They're like, "Sir, आपसे मिलना चाहते हैं." तो मैं जाके मैं मिला उनसे, and then he was like, क्या किया है? तो मैंने उनको कहा कि मैंने ये सब किया काम. He's like, भाई तूने काम तो बहुत किया है पर कोई तुझे जानता नहीं है. I said, sorry. And then he's like, he told Shruti, don't give him this role, उसको बलराज का role दे दे. So I was getting Balraj's role, which was Taj's best friend.
Right, yeah.
Right, yeah, the Muchi, big Muchi.
Yeah.
So I was getting that role. I said, great man, 30 days shoot.
You were happy with that?
I was like, of course man, bigger role, at least I'll something, कुछ तो करूँ.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, and so I got that, and I went for the look test. I was going to sign the contract about 2 weeks later, and then I get a call, and they're like, I'm so sorry man, but sir has changed his mind. I don't think you can get Balraj.
Yeah.
like bro, और ये life में ना इतनी बार हुआ है ना कि I didn't
Now
feel
you're
bad
immune
also.
to it, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't feel
take
bad.
the next one, yeah.
I said move on. I said कोई बात नहीं. But they're like, sir wants to meet you and tell you directly. I said अच्छा, ठीक है. I went and I met him. I don't know what came on to me, but I'm like, I literally went and begged him, bro. I like hold his hand, hold his legs. I'm like, sir, please don't take this away from me, man. Like it's been 13 years. And this is like one opportunity that I really cannot miss. Please. And then he's like, you know what, better bet. तो मैं जाके मैं बैठा and he was very kind. He said मैंने तेरा look test देखा, कुछ तो है तेरी आँखों में. I want you for the lead role of my project.
It was just like a U-turn.
Yeah, bro. I mean, I thought something else was happening, and something else happened altogether. And fate, destiny, whatever you want to call it, just time is right, universe lined up, whatever you want to call it, bro.
It goes on, yeah.
So, but yeah, that's exactly what happened, and it was shocking. मैं तो दंग रह गया, bro. मैं उनको घूर ही रहा था ऐसे.
Are you serious? Really?
And then he's like, no, I couldn't even think what's happening. Then he's like, you don't want it. I said, I don't understand what you're saying, sir. I know.
I need to process it and feel it.
I'm so sorry. And he's like, chal jaake wo Shivam se mil. He's going to give you the audition scripts.
Nice, and then we just started.
Yeah.
Now I know everybody is bored to death with you and asked you so many times what it is shoot online on Sir set and everything else. So chalo, we also know that, so I'm not going to get into those things. But obviously you anticipated, the thing, but your reels and everything has been going viral like crazy, and people are just mad about you. Like I said, the nation's heartthrob. How does that feel like in today's date where people recognize you and you're like, can I take a picture with you, can I take a selfie with you, including all of us, we're like, right after this shoot finish, all the girls want a picture and selfie with you. So how does that feel?
Want one?
Chalo, maybe. Yeah. I have screen time with you, video. That is more important than a picture.
No, I'm kidding, man. I don't understand it. Like for a person, like I said, जिसको कुछ नहीं मिला है और अचानक से इतनी सारी चीज़ें मिली, इतना सारा प्यार मिला है, and especially like people nowadays, social media, like you said, trending, and on social media, just लड़के को मतलब जो भी वो करे 400 likes के ऊपर नहीं जाता था कुछ, और अभी लाखों में जा रहा है.
It's a big deal, yeah.
Right? It's numbers for me. I said I like this. I feel this.
Yeah.
But being the nation's heartthrob and things like that, and if it's about good looks, give thanks to my mom and dad.
Right. Yeah.
And but if it's about my performance, वो मेरे हाथों में.
Credits to you.
And that I will take.
True.
I will take 100%. And if it's for that, then thank you. I hope that I just kind of continuously give back to the audience, and this is not just a one-off thing.
Right.
And but I think that itne saalon ki mehnat, and God blessed me with this, it's not going to go to waste.
True.
I don't think so. So yeah, no, 100%. I'm very, very honored that, I mean, हमारे industry में कितने लड़कों को मतलब heartthrob बनाया जाता है.
Exactly.
And mostly it's women.
Yeah.
Right. Women are the more beautiful species. Right. But to be a guy and then to be called that is very funnily. It's a huge compliment. But more than that, it's an honor.
True.
That it's like a crown that they have bestowed upon you. So I'm going to take it.
True.
And my Bhansali sir, they were asking Bhansali sir that, so what do you think about the Taha, the national heartthrob? And he looks at me and he's like, what? He's Rajesh Khanna.
He's obviously,
he's always, I love him, man. He's always given me the best of his side. I mean, he's never shouted at me, ever. All right. He has always just continuously made fun of me, which I love.
That's a good way of,
because he, I mean, you only make fun of people who you consider
as friends.
Your own, your friends, right? You're not just going to make fun of anybody.
Exactly.
Right. So he's hilarious, but people kind of think that, he says something and he's serious about it. But dude, when you actually understand, you have a sense of humor yourself, you understand that this man is so funny. He's
dark
so
humor.
hilarious. Yeah. He's just incredibly funny.
So now a lot of people watching from Dubai, where we're based off, will be very happy to know that Taha is actually, like he said earlier as well, a UAE born, raised and kid.
Yeah,
so
100%.
What's your favorite restaurant or go-to place
Right now?
you used to go?
That I used to go?
Used to go and right now?
Right now it's Al Sawadi. I mean, I come back and I eat I shawarmas, bro.
Those are to die for,
I'm just addicted to it. When I come back, I'm like Sawadi.
For sure.
And
do people recognize you when you go there, Abhi?
I mean, if there's like yesterday night we went to something called Sea Restaurant.
Okay.
So there were these women who all recognized me. They're like, are you Taj Dar? I said, yes, I am. And then they're like, oh, and they're very happy, man. And that's what I work for. I work for that smile.
True. Yeah.
I work for that face when it changes. It's just so happy, so much love. Makes me very happy. But yes, it's that's one place, Sawadi. And when I was younger, I guess Hardee's.
Oh, come on. Junk food, fast food. That's what we used to do.
At that young age, man.
And in Bombay, what was your go-to restaurant or go-to place where you were when you has to be like I had a rough day at work and whatever, and you just want to go and unwind and chill?
Yeah, मैं chill नहीं करता, bro.
You're always on.
मैं कभी chill नहीं करता. I don't have any friends. I don't spend time with people like that.
Very interesting point you made there. Why no friends?
To make friends, you need to dedicate time.
Right.
And then you need to be there in their happy times. You need to be there in their sad times. And
I quite relate to this, so that's why I'm more
and I can't. I mean, come on, man. You gotta. I mean, I'm sorry, but there's only that much amount of time.
Right.
Right. And I don't mind giving it to maybe a person that I'm dating, a little bit of time, but that's it. Bro, like if I start giving my time away to everybody,
you're done.
Then who's going to run my life? Yeah. Right? So, and there's no offense. I mean, I think that over time I've come to realize that everybody's very needy, bro.
Yeah, when they need you, when they don't, then...
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying they're opportunistic, but I'm just saying that everybody likes to chill, everybody likes to go on vacations, और मैं कभी vacation पे गया नहीं हूँ, मुझे पसंद नहीं है, मैं जब भी जाता हूँ, मतलब देश के बाहर या कहीं भी, I'm mostly going for a course, or I'm going for meetings. Like at least out of the 24 hours, if I'm sleeping for 8 hours, 8 hours need to be work.
Right.
बाकी का काम, बाकी का टाइम थोड़ा बहुत इधर उधर जाके खाना खा लो ठीक है. I don't have a favorite. अभी मैं कांस गया था, Cannes, and वहाँ पे रात में ना हम लोग we were invited as in walking around. We found this restaurant, and it was a hi-fi restaurant, right? And everybody's well dressed, everybody's all rich, suited and booted, and they're all sitting down and having prawns, having this, having big
seafood, yeah.
Right, and all that thing. And I'm like, bro, I feel so out of place, man. Like, bhai, shawarma kahan hai, bhai?
Where's my shawarma and fries? Yeah, exactly.
Just let me take me to a small restaurant. Let me just quickly eat and let me get back to my work. Like, I feel so out of place. I mean, I don't mind going there with like a bunch of I went to a restaurant with the Red Sea International Film Festival people.
Right.
And I'm like, वहाँ पे 20-25 Red Sea के film festival लोग थे.
That makes sense, yeah.
तो वहाँ पे हमने थोड़ा networking, relationship बना लिया, ठीक है. मतलब मैं खाने के लिए नहीं जाता हूँ बाहर. कैंस में तो मैंने अपना एक पूरा मील ही छोड़ दिया मैंने. Because आपको जाना है, फिर ऑर्डर करना है, वेट करना है, फिर खाना है, फिर वापस आना है. उसमें आपके 1.5-2 घंटे चले गए. तो फिर नेटवर्किंग कौन करेगा?
Yeah. But would you rather have cutting chai Bombay की या कड़क from Dubai?
मैं चाय नहीं पीता, bro.
No chai at all.
No chai, no coffee.
No chai, no coffee, so no caffeine.
No caffeine. No sugar.
Interesting. That's very interesting.
No sugar, no soft drinks, no fried foods, no outside food. That's why I have no restaurant. I don't have any favorite restaurant. मैं घर जाके खाना खाता हूँ.
Interesting.
My team is with me. He always Kuldeep. He always packs my food.
Nice.
And I've always taken it with me. My mom's always made it a point that whatever I want at home will be made, which is good.
Homemade food, yeah.
Yeah, but have homemade food, not because outside food is bad as such. It's a discipline that
yes,
one
and
needs
that
to
shows,
follow.
yeah, with your thing.
Right.
And what's your just the final question when we're closing?
Yeah,
in?
please.
You're very fit,
I try to be.
What's your workout regime? How many times a week do you work out? And you're very lean and you're very well built. You're not bulky, which is what some people consider to be a well built. How is that changing now? Because back in the day, if you don't have huge bulky muscles and you say मैं gym जा रहा हूँ, they're like क्या कर रहा है? But now it's slowly moving to okay, I'm lean, I'm cut, and I'm fit. That is the new cool, as we like to call it.
Yeah.
What are your takes on that?
First of all, my take on that is generalization doesn't really matter. For me, it's about if I have to bulk up, I'll bulk up for a role, right?
Okay.
But what is very important to me is that I need to be mobile, right? I need to be able to slide under this desk. At the same time, I need to be able to like climb a wall. I need to be able to pull up a rope.
Yeah.
You know, and for me, this body that whatever this fit is a byproduct of what I do. It's
Correct.
not for it. I don't work for मैं abs करूँगा. It's not that. I do gymnastics. I do taekwondo. I do calisthenics. I do dance. I do boxing. I do gym also.
Everything, yeah.
I do breakdancing. I do b-boying, right? But putting all that together, you get
It's
a body.
just a byproduct. Yeah.
It's just a byproduct because I am acquiring skills.
True.
I'm not building a body.
Fair
right?
enough.
So, and if I become all bulky, then I won't be able to do like 90% of these things, right? I need to jump high because I need to flip, I need to do whatever I need to do.
You've got to do, yeah.
Yeah, so you got to be, you need, and you have to have this, it's called a chupa body, whatever, chupa body, because this kind of body you can also, when you remove your shirt, you feel like you have a body.
Yeah.
And when you put on a shirt, it feels like you can become any character.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I can play a normal guy, I can play a guy going to office, right? Nikalo to aisa lagta bhai, abhi
Kaun
pata
aa
kar
gaya?
sakta hai. You know, he can also do a boxing guy.
Yeah.
So it needs to be that kind of a body for being an actor.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much
Yo,
for
thank you, Gaurav.
sharing such amazing insights. And you know, when we started the interview, I was like, you know, okay, Taha Shah, you know, chalo theek hai, lag by chance, whatever, ho gaya, kar diya is bande ne. But now when I got to know you, I actually can, you know, the respect for you has grown, like, you know, quite a lot.
Thanks,
and
man.
I'm really happy to having met someone like you who really values what they're doing, and it's not like, no, there's a lot of effort that you put in, and you're very honest about these things, and that I think goes a long way in life as well.
Thank you.
But thank you for coming down to Social Kandura.
Yo, my honor. Thank you. I'm going to be here again.
It's a pleasure.
Doing Social Kandura. Let's cheers on that.
Oh yes, absolutely.
All right,
Cheers.
buddy.
Thank you.
Thank you.